Until my daughter's death, I didn't really realize the extent of the impaired driving in Amarillo, Texas.
David Elizade's daughter was in her last year of Randall High School. Her senior photo session took place the day before she died, Easter Sunday, 2019. Andrea had let a friend that had been drinking drive her car. As a passenger, that decision ended her life. The news of the crash spread like wildfire on social media. Her friends were changed forever.
I think it's changed a lot of our perspectives on things. Like, in high school, I feel like a lot of people think they're just invincible. And when stuff like that happens, it's like you're not, and life's shorter than you think it is, and you could lose somebody the next day, so it's a lot different.
What happened to her really did make an impact on kids our age and kids at our high school, because they realized how much it affected everybody's lives after that.
It's very hard as a human being to understand how much pain that a mother and father can feel for the loss, or our children, the loss of their sisters. And so at that moment, it just seemed right to do something about bringing awareness to impaired driving so that no other family would have to go through what we went through. And I knew right away, within the first 2 weeks, that I needed to do something to make sure that our community was aware of the devastation that could happen with drinking and driving.
In his sorrow, David Elizalde got to work. And in doing so, he created a movement, an army of supporters who believe in the mission.
I think David made the early decision that he didn't want anybody, any father, any mother, to go through what he was going through. And he made that decision early on after Andrea's wreck. And he had a vision, and so many of us believed in his vision. And it's just been an easy fit to try to fight for and raise awareness for underage drinking.
Elizalde began by establishing Andrea's Project, an informal but serious group made up of community members from all walks of life, dedicated to ending underage drinking. Among Andrea's Project board members, Amarillo's Chief of Police.
You have to have somebody who's got the capacity to take on a huge project like that. And David is just one of those guys that has the capacity, he has the ability and the energy, and you have to sustain that. It's easy to be mad for a year or two, but to sustain that kind of energy for several years takes a special person, and that's what I think we have.
Through Andrea's Project, Chief Birkenfeld became passionate about ending large gathering teen alcohol parties, often hosted by parents. With his efforts, less than a year after Andrea's death, the city passed the Social Host Liability Ordinance, which holds adults civilly liable for serving alcohol to minors.
They'll go out after hours looking for underage drinking. They're looking at social media, trying to find those parties, listening to the school kids, the kids who are calling into Student Crime Stoppers, and doing some proactive work to try to go out and find these parties. Check and see if there's underage drinking going on, and if there are, they're holding the kids and the adults that allowed this to occur accountable.
From the Chief of Police to the record driver that helped clear the crash site, to TxDOT's traffic safety specialist, Lavisa Matthews, they all joined the movement.
I became part of Andrea's Project because I saw his passion. He took the most tragic thing that could ever happen to a parent and used it as a catalyst to begin this cultural change.
What you see behind me is what's left of a fatal car accident that took the life of Andrea Elizalde. We take this car to local high schools around the Texas Panhandle and anywhere that's needed to be, so David can talk about what his family went through when Andrea had her accident.
While Andrea's Project was underway, Amarillo was ranked number 2 in the entire state for the rate of impaired driving crashes. For Elizalde, it was proof that even more had to be done.
We believe in Andrea's Project that people haven't been held accountable and they're not getting punished accordingly to their crimes. And so unfortunately, it leads to people having 3-4 DWIs. Last year in Amarillo, we had 867 DWIs, and multiples, more than half of those were 2 and 3 DWIs.
So the work continues. Among the goals, speaking to kids through their schools. Andrea's project wants in every school.
When you bring awareness to the kids at a young age, it definitely, I think, will change the culture in the next 10, 20, 30 years and help out. And that's what we're doing at Andrea's project, reaching the kids at a early age, middle school, high school, even maybe elementary.
New efforts are underway, all designed to make people realize it's not okay to drink and drive, which has become the theme of Andrea's project. All the while, it's a good bet that David Elizade's passion will not end.
5 years down the road, I can see that we're a large organization that's not just in Amarillo, but we're around the state of Texas, making an impact on many communities, saying don't drink and drive. It's not okay to drink and drive. It's not okay to take somebody's life. It's that easy to make the right decision. It's that easy to get a ride home.